A very good evening to everyone. Welcome to Global Online, and here we are back with our UGC NTA NET preparation for paper 1 for your upcoming cycle, that is June 2024, wherein we have started with marathon series. We have completed marathon series for the unit teaching aptitude, research aptitude. We have completed it for communication, higher education system, information and communication technology, and now we are doing it with the unit people development and environment. Before we go ahead, a very important announcement for everyone coming from your 3rd of May. You all will be having new batches which will be starting live on the app to gear up your preparation in the form of revision crash courses for your paper 1, that is for June 2024 examination. So make sure that in case if you want to definitely prepare with the last minute revision with a crash course, you can please join our course and help yourself to clear your net examination. Now, how to do that? You have to just go to Google Play Store, download the app, that is Global Online app. Once you download the app, register yourself with a registered mobile number and ensure that you are, going for paper 1, which will give you the categories of language, whether it is Hindi or English. It will help you with the theory sessions, evaluation test notes, mock test and MCQ lecture, and this is all available on the app. In case if you get stuck up with any of the doubts, you can please get in touch with us on the given details, contact details, and ensure that we are helping you to sort out your doubts. At the same time, students who are preparing for paper 2 form, that is commerce, management, computer science, Marathi, history, and economics, can join our paper 1 absolutely free, consisting of daily live lectures, full syllabus test, notes, previous year questions, 4,000 plus MCQ series, and with this, the complete paper 1 will be, given on offered at a discounted rate. As I said earlier, we have listed all our details, contact details of our team on the screen. You can please get in touch with our team members in case you have to definitely thinking of joining the course. Now, without wasting much time, we'll start with the session for the day. Here comes the first question. The factors which are most important in determining the impact, that is the effect of anthropogenic activities on environment, are what? So now the factors, it means the components or elements which are more responsible or important in determining the impact of the anthropogenic activities are what. But you have to understand what is this anthropogenic activities, which is very important. So these activities, anthropogenic activities to are the one to the environmental change, which helps caused or it is influenced either by the people directly or indirectly. So it is basically, in short, it's nothing but human activities which can definitely bring a change in the environment. Either it can be in the form of direct change or indirect, right? So what options we have is population, forest cover, and land per available per person, population affluence, land available per person. These are the factors, and you have to select them. Population affluence per person, technology, atmospheric conditions, population, and forest cover. So we are talking about what? We are talking about the elements, we are talking about the factors or components which are responsible in determining the impact of human activities. Anthropogenic activities is nothing but human activities. So if we are talking about, or once we understand the meaning of human activities, obviously you will come to the right answer, that is your population, people, affluence per person, the technology which is used for exploiting the resources is the main concern, which talks about what? Which talks about the elements or the factors which determines the human activities impact on environment. Right? Coming to the next question, we have the contribution of India to India's contribution to the total global carbon dioxide emission. So, what is the percentage of contribution of India? Is it 15? Is it 3? Is it 7? Or is it 10? So, when we talk about India's contribution to the global carbon dioxide emission, so we are talking about what? We are talking about India's contribution for the total emission carbon dioxide. So, this is something which is very factual question. As I keep on saying, factual questions has to be answered very, very carefully, because these questions are very important when it comes to facts and figures, right? So when we talk about India's contribution to global carbon dioxide emissions, it comes to what? It comes to 7%. So it is a, as I said, it is a fact. So it's not about, whether it is you can be assumed or you can just guess it. No, it has to be with exact figures. So that is global contribution of total, India's contribution to the global carbon dioxide emission is 7%. Now, coming to the next question, in which of the countries per capita use of water is maximum? So here they have given you the four listed countries. It's India, it's USA, it's European Union, or it's China. So which of the countries, use use of water is maximum? Which countries have a maximum use of water, whether it is India, whether it's USA, whether it's European Union, or whether it is China? So from the given list, the one which has, the countries which per capita use of water is maximum is none other than China. So it is in the following sequence. It is China, followed by United States of America and Australia. So you may get any other option, but yes, the one which is maximum is none other than the country of China. Again, a very factual question with a straight, statistics, which is very important to be studied. Now, again, we have a question on human activities or sources, right? Anthropogenic sources. So one of the anthropogenic sources of gaseous pollutants, that is chlorofluorocarbon in air, is what? So which of the source is, for gaseous pollutants, that is in the form of chlorofluorocarbons? It's cement industry, fertilizer industry, or whether it is foam industry, or whether it is pesticide industry. So which of the industry is in the form of source of gases pollutant? So you have the list given below. I'll read out the list for you. Whether it is cement, whether it is fertilizer, whether it is foam industry, whether it is pesticide. So when we're talking about the sources of gaseous pollutants, that is chlorofluorocarbons. So the foam industry, as you know, there is a, yes, foam industry is the one which is the source of gaseous pollutants with respect to chlorofluorocarbons, right? Now, talking about which of the following combinations represent renewable natural resources. So when we talk about, the combinations which represent renewable natural resources, so they have given you the options in the form of oil, forest tides, soil, fresh water, natural gas, clean air, phosphate, biological diversity, fishes, fertile soil, and fresh water. So from the given list, okay, it tells about what? Which of the following combinations represent renewable natural resources? So which is there? So which, obviously we are aware about renewable and non-renewable natural resources. And in fact, as I told you, many times this question about renewable source of energy, non-renewable source of energy, these are very common. So renewable source, which is derived from natural resources, and yes, in the form of what? In the form of, it has a higher rate than they are, that is consumed. So in the form of sunlight, wind. Okay, examples are the sources. These are the sources, and these energy sources are plentiful around us, but has to be used very wisely. Sorry, otherwise we'll be getting exhausted. So, which are these renewable sources? So, going to the list of renewable sources, it is fishes, fertile soil, and fresh water. So these are the renewable sources, which includes, biomass energy, that is ethanol, which talks about hydropower, which talks about geothermal power, which talks about wind energy, which talks about solar energy, which, biomass, which refers to what? It is the organic material from plants or animals, which include wood, sewage, or ethanol, which comes, from corn or other plants. So please just make sure that these details are studied very well, or at least you know it, because the question is obviously not going to come same. And as I told you, you have to ensure that you are understanding the importance of that option and understanding the uh, factual information very well. So when we talk about these natural resources, they include biomass. As I said, they include biomass energy, in which, such as ethanol, okay, which talks about what? Which talks about the material from plants or animals, and it includes wood, sewage, and ethanol that is found in the corn or other plants. And the four major types of non-renewable sources is oil, natural gas, coal, nuclear energy, and they are collectively called as fossil fuels, right? So be careful because questions on renewable, questions on non-renewable, questions on fossil fuels are very common. Got it? Okay, coming to the next question. Question number 6. Inside the rural homes, the source of nitrogen oxide may be nitrogen oxide pollution is what? Maybe is it unvented gas stoves, whether it is wood stoves, or whether it is kerosene heaters. So what of which among them? Okay, it's talks which among them is talking about what? Which among them is talking about your sources of nitrogen oxide? So what exactly it is talking about? So sources of nitrogen oxide from the given list, okay, is from the what? Like unvented gas stores. So what exactly, ventless, it means it, it pulls the air from the room and channelize it to create the flame. Unvented, it means it is a vent free or does not require any venting. Okay. So in rural homes, the sources are, unvented gas stoves or the wood stoves or the kerosene heaters. Okay. From the list which is talking about the pollution, nitrogen oxide pollution. So from the given list, the one which talks about the nitrogen oxide pollution, okay, includes what? Includes your unvented gas stoves, that is unvented heating appliances. As I said, it is vent free appliances, even your wooden stoves as well as kerosene heaters. These are all the sources of pollution, nitrogen oxide pollution. Coming to question number 7, which of the following pollutants can cause cancer? Now, see, with respect to irritation of eyes, irritation of throat, irritation, maybe of skin. So these are very common questions which we were seen in, old syllabus also. But make sure that at least they are studied very well with respect to the latest changes. So, which of the following pollutants can cause cancer? Whether it is pesticides, mercury, lead, or ozone. So, from the given list, the one which can definitely cause cancers are none other than the pesticides. Mercury can lead to the irritation of eyes, skin, and stomach, okay, including the chest pain or irritability. Lead can result into the weakness or anemia with impact on what? With impact on, yes, kidney and brain. And ozone talks about the respiratory tract, irritation or inflammation which is causing in respiratory tract, right? So these are the various pollutants and their impact. But the question was about cancer, which is basically pesticides, right? Okay, next one we have is next question. We have next question. It talks about assertion and reason. So population control measures do not necessarily help in checking the environmental degradation. The relationship between population growth and environmental degradation is rather complex. So from the given options, okay, people population control measures which do not help in checking the environmental degradation, whereas the relation is rather complex. So if you look at the statements, okay, so obviously, yes, both the statements are true. And if you see the reason, it's also true when it comes to your assertion, right? Okay. Which of the following phenomena is not a natural hazard? Wildfire, lighting, landslide, chemical contamination. It's not natural. Okay, so one among them, the list which is given, wildfire, lightning, landslide, or chemical contamination, the one which is not a natural hazard is chemical contamination. The rest of them, whether it is a wildfire, lightning, or landslide, it comes under what? It comes as a natural hazard. Right? Odd man out is chemical contamination. Then we have, as a part of national climate change policy, India's government is planning to install capacity of renewable energy by 2030. So what is the target given? 125 gigawatts, or it is 200, or it is 350 or 250. So as per the changing policy, national climate policy, the capacity of renewable energy by the year 2030 will be definitely 350 gigawatts. Okay, so it is not 175 or 200, which was actually quoted for 2022, but it is 350 gigawatts, right? Yes, that's all we have for the day. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next class. Thank you.